Hello everyone, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. So I left you off in the middle of this fight last time.
I will cut you down!
Mostly I want to see what this big monster thing there is. It's a palette swap of enemies we've seen before, but we've not seen this palette swap yet, so it might be interesting. Blizzard? Well, it works on the Blood Revenant guy.
The winds of fortune howl.
I'm assuming that the guys in the back, the lantern things, have an elemental weakness. I'd just be interested to know what it is. Well, they're dead, so it doesn't matter. Okay, what do you do? Ooh, 2000 from normal attack. That's pretty nice. Spears? Nope.
Out of my way.
Steel.
What's yours is mine.
I definitely want to know what I can steal from him.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Aiming carefully, shooting true.
Okay, I'm going to analyze to find his final weakness. Okay, you're still about 12,000 HP left.
Let's do that. What's yours is mine.
Plum basket. That's not bad.
The battle is truly joined. My blade is unbending. I wreak havoc upon thee.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Holding back nothing.
Just ice rune yourself, that'll be fine.
Now the true lesson begins. A tempest of ice shall
All right.
rage. Not bad.
So not anything incredibly special on that guy, but, you know. I think it's okay to have an optional fight occasionally. Hop. Forbidden power of the gods has been likened to a golden fruit. Okay, power sealed off beyond the edge of the world. Perhaps we'll have to do some actual detective work. That would be interesting.
Let us fight with honor.
I could probably get large soul stones from these guys,
my way.
but yeah. As I said before, I'm not too worried about it. But that Blood Revenant was interesting, so I thought might as well. Now I need to go back to that wall to decipher the mural. Alright. That seems instructive.
Now then.
Yeah, the 12 gods sealed power way beyond the edge of the world. Okay, that's not very difficult, but... Power of life and death, I guess.
But of course! But of course! Indeed. Indeed. Not exactly. Thusly. Yes.
Professor!
I'm guessing it'll go a bit anime now, but as I said, the rest of this chapter has actually been pretty good, so I'm okay with that.
Over here, Therese.
That stack of books seems to get bigger every time I see you.
And I'll need twice again as many to have any hope of translating this ancient tome.
Twice as many?
Fascinating, is it not?
And actually, he said twice as many again, so 3 times as many in total.
A traditional fairy tale from a certain region mentioned a gate of sorts. And I could not help but notice a parallel to the mural I found.
I see. Hence, these books on local folklore?
Just so. Considering your subject from all possible angles is a fundamental principle of scholarly research. But I forget myself. Might I surmise that you've come here to inform me that it's time for class?
Yes. You're late, Professor.
Pray forgive me, Your Highness. Very well then, my students. Let us begin. To quote the words of one Susanna Grotoff, author of Knowledge is Light. The pursuit of knowledge is a journey with no destination. As long as people live, there is always something to learn. And so we learn, we record, we speak. Points connect, thus forming our history, our agency, our identity. This world we live in is not for or of any one individual, and neither is knowledge. And so I write and speak of all that I learned, to plant seeds of knowledge that will be harvested by those who follow me. To you who have found my writings, read well these words. that they may help you build a bridge to a brighter future.
Well, that was nice. So yeah, I was surprisingly happy with Cyrus's story. Even the sort of the section at the end here with the princess and Teresa wasn't awful. Definitely expected worse there. But yeah, that was Cyrus's story. Pretty nice. As I said, it didn't start out that great, but it definitely went uphill, and it's much more what I like to see, having sort of cutscene storyline intersect with gameplay a bit. Yes, the whole puzzle thing where you have to sort of read the clues and then answer questions about them, it's not very difficult. It's basic questions, right? It's just, did you read this last sentence we gave you, basically. So I think that could have used a bit more depth, but then considering something like Tressa's story, this is a game... I think it's a game that doesn't really know what its target audience is. Because Tressa's story was definitely designed for children. The whole writing of it, and the whole sort of very cartoonishly evil people in that story, and the cartoonishly good people in Tressa's story, it was all designed for like maybe a 10-year-old, 12-year-old. Right? Anyone who's able to use a controller, no one would be overwhelmed by the complexity or darkness in that story. Whereas something like Primrose definitely went for much more depth and sort of maturity in the storytelling. Definitely not something you would want to give to a child. So I'm guessing there was not really any consensus on what the target audience for the game is, or they tried to, make something for everyone. X formation. Oh, I can rearrange these guys. That seems completely irrelevant, since I don't think there's anything that's affected by the formation, right? It's weird. Anyway, let's check the world map. We have Therion left to do in Northreach. We have Ulbrich left to do in Riverford. And Harnett in Marceline, whatever. I think I want to do Therion next, so let's go to Northreach. I think scrutinizing is still, a low chance of success in here. I think I've gone through most of the side quests. I've accepted them, basically. Anyway, I will not be doing any of that stuff on camera. So yeah, can't scrutinize. Well, I could, 88%. Let's just give it a shot. Ooh, hidden item. But anyway, let's hear a tale. Therion Chapter 4. Yeah, we've got time. Plenty of time.
Huh. Oh! Ha! Boy.
Truth be told,
But I see.
oi.
Huh.
Oh, there's a picture of us on the wall.
Hey.
Huh?
Sure. This is... Huh. Come here. Come again? Shut up!
That's right.
Interesting.
Shut up! Let's do it! You ready for this?
My turn.
And I'm guessing the Trade Tempest is not going to do much.
I appreciate it. Really?
Okay, daggers are not the weapon of choice.
An interesting dilemma.
I suspect elements won't really work that well either, so we'll give it a shot.
What's this?
The battle is truly joined. I will cut you down!
What next?
Okay, big guy's weak to bows. Or leader guy, I guess.
Over here!
Well, that was a
Victory
pitiful
shall
attack.
be mine.
Wow. Alright, so these guys aren't really
What
supposed to be
next?
particularly threatening.
Out of my way.
What is the logical course of action? A tempest of ice shall rage! What is the logical course of action?
Ha! Lightning bolts. And they did.
Not bad. A passing grade.
Ooh, Hornet's level 68 now. Convenient.
Are we done here? Damn it.
Oh dear.
Well, I'll be damned.
Good to see you. Come now.
Got it.
Don't let him get... We should be safe here.
Are you okay?
In a manner of speaking, yes. But I'm afraid I'm not as young as I used to be. When I was your age, I never imagined time would wear down my bones so.
You're saying an old man slipped this bangle onto my arm without me noticing?
That was simply a skill I learned in my youth. But time will take even that from me eventually.
Where did you learn how to do that? Butler training?
Okay, everyone has realized at this point that this guy wasn't always a butler. I hope they don't make this as a sort of... I hope they're not trying to sell this as a big reveal.
You were a thief, weren't you?
Oh. Well, hush my mouth.
Guilty as charged.
Now it all makes sense. You're the one who set those traps in the manor, aren't you? You understand how a thief thinks because you were one.
An astute observation.
Huh.
I suppose I should explain myself. Would you humor this old man for a moment? I met Lord Ravis, Cordelia's father, before she was born. I was something like you at that time, youthful, gifted, and proud of it. I was certain there was nothing in this world I could not steal.
Then why are you working for the Ravis family now?
For the same reason as yourself. I too snuck into the manor, only to get caught by the head of the household. He offered me a deal. He said he would not hand me over to the guards on one condition. That one day I would serve his child, who would have guardianship over the Dragonstones.
And now you're seeing that promise through to the end.
The more confidence one has in his skills, the greater the disgrace when he fails. You felt the same, did you not?
Of course. Whenever I look at this bangle, I remember that day. Outdone by a butler. And an old one at that.
And to add insult to injury, I was shown mercy by the very one I tried to rob. It was absolutely disgraceful. In the end, I had no choice but to start anew. Even still, I gained more than I lost in the manor that day.
Without taking a single leaf.
Indeed, I learned what it felt like to be believed in, and the value of believing in others. I'm sure you've heard the story of Miss Ravis's past.
Yeah, hard to imagine seeing the person she is now.
There was a time she thought the whole world was her enemy. She wouldn't let anyone get close. But as the days passed, she began to change.
How so?
I continued to have faith in her, and thus she learned to have faith in me. Wounds of betrayal run deep, but one must learn to have faith in others again before they can start to heal. And that is why she decided to have faith in you too.
Just like someone did for her.
That's enough talk of the past. You must find a way to get those stones back from Darius.
Me?
Yes, unfortunately, my old bones would be nothing but a hindrance if I accompanied you. But I have faith you can do it.
I'll come back with those stones. You have my word. Stay safe. Now to find where Darius is hiding. There's no way he covered all his tracks.
He's known as Lord Darius in this town. I'm sure he's got some sort of palace or manor. Oh, travel banter. Okay, we'll go through that and then I'll end the episode. Alright, So that was nice. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.